So in this lecture, we are going to start with populations. Populations is a new topic in this chapter. Now, what do you mean by population? Now, here you can see group of individuals of the same species which are living in a particular area. They share that area and they also compete for similar resources and potentially reproduce in the same area. So it is a group of individuals which are present in one area. They share the resources of that area and they all reproduce in the same area. They are called as population. If we take for example, or the cormorants in the wetland, rats in an abandoned dwelling, teak wood trees in the forest tract, bacteria which are present in the culture plate, lotus plants which are present in the pond, all these are certain examples of the population. Population ecology is a very important area of ecology and it will be linking ecology to population genetics and evolution, which we are about to study in this chapter. Now when we talk about the population attributes, population के attributes में आते हैं birth rate, death rate, sex ratio, age pyramid, population density and even population attributes. Okay, so population attributes कौन से हैं? So you need to know the names of those population attributes: birth rate, death rate, sex ratio, age pyramid, and then population density. Now in population attributes, the number one is the birth rate. It refers to per capita birth, that is number of births per area per time in 1000 individual is called as the birth rate. If you take for example in a pond there are 20 lotus plants last year and through reproduction 8 new plants are added. So here the current population will be 20 plus 8, that is 28. So what will be the birth rate? So if you consider here 20 lotus plants in that 1 year, एक साल में कितने lotus plants है? Out of this, how many new plants are added? That is 8 new. So 8 upon 20 is 0.4. So 0.4 will be the birth rate of the lotus in that particular year. Okay. So similarly, one can count for human beings as well. The second is death rate. Death rate भी ऐसी ही है. It is a per capita births. So 4 individuals in the laboratory population of 40 fruit flies dies during a week. So as a date, death rate कितना हो जाएगा? 40 fruit flies died. कितने? 4 individual. 40 में से 4. So you get 101 individuals per fruit fly per week. Okay, that's an example. Same one can be counted for human beings as well. The next comes the sex ratio. Sex ratio is the population ratio. It's a population of the people right from birth to the old age. उसको बोला जाता है sex ratio. 60% of the population is female, 40% is male. That is called as a sex ratio. Now, what is age pyramid? So, if you consider age pyramid, there are three parameters which are considered here. One is the post-reproductive, reproductive, and pre-reproductive. Pre-reproductive will be the young population, reproductive will be the adult population, and post-reproductive will be the old population. Okay, for human population, age pyramids show age distribution of males and females in a combined diagram. If you want to show an expanding age pyramid, you will see that there are more pre-reproductive individuals. Stable hai to pre and reproductive will be same and post will be less, and declining hai to pre and reproductive will be less and post will be more. So it will be a declining population. तो ये जो 8 pyramids के diagram है, they are very very important with the definition for age pyramid and even population attributes. Population size and population density. Now what do you mean by density? Density is always counted per unit, per area or per time. Correct? The number of individual of a species per unit area or volume is called as population size or population density. For example, if you take here Siberian cranes, population density of Siberian cranes at Bharatpur wetlands in 1 year will be less than 10. It is millions for Chlamydomonas in a pond. Chlamydomonas क्या है? Chlamydomonas are the algae. तो algae के comparison में Siberian cranes का population कम है. The population size is also measured in percentage cover और biomass. अभी यहाँ पे Chlamydomonas का mass ज़्यादा है और Siberian cranes are less. For example, in an area, 200 Parthenium plants and a single huge banyan tree are seen. So in this case, measuring percent cover or biomass is more meaningful to show importance of banyan tree. Okay, कितना कवर करता है? तो banyan tree is going to take a larger area in comparison to Parthenium plants. तो अगर पार्थेनियम प्लांट्स 200 भी है तो भी उसके सामने पैनियन ट्री के सामने वो कुछ भी नहीं है. So in this way, population size or the population density, that is capital denoted by capital N, is calculated. Then next, if you take an example of number of fish caught per trap indicates the total population density in the lake. Correct. The total number is difficult measure for a huge population. अगर हमें लेक में कितने फिशेस है अगर ये जानना है तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली कैसे देखा जाएगा कि पर डे में कितना कैच आता है. तो अकॉर्डिंगली द डेंसिटी कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड अप्रोक्सीमेटली फॉर 1 month, 1 year or 1 week. In some cases, indirect estimation of population sizes is performed, like tiger census in national parks and tiger reserve based on pug marks and fecal pellets. ओके जो पग मार्क्स होते हैं टाइगर के उसके बेसिस पे कंफर्म किया जाता है कि व्हाट विल बी द पॉपुलेशन साइज ऑफ टाइगर इन पर्टिकुलर प्लांट और रिजर्व पार्क. Then what is population growth? Now you can see here the population size changes depending upon some factors. Major is the food, second is the predation pressure and third is the weather. उसके according population growth change होता है. What the if the food is available, population is growing. If it is not available, population will be stunted. Predation pressure means if they are being hunted in a large amount, the population will decrease. Hunting नहीं है तो population कम नहीं होगा. Then will be the weather conditions also play a very important role in population growth. Changes in the population density give some idea about the population, whether it is flourishing or it is declining. पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ हम कौन से बेसिस पे लेते हैं? नैटेलिटी, मोर्टालिटी, इमिग्रेशन एंड ई माइग्रेशन. नैटेलिटी विल बी नंबर ऑफ बर्थ्स इन अ पॉपुलेशन इन अ गिवन पीरियड. Mortality will be number of deaths in the population in a given period. Immigration will be how many people have been come to that habitat from other area. दूसरे एरिया से कितने ऑर्गेनिज्म इस एरिया में आए हैं, that is called as immigration. E-migration is how many people have left that habitat and gone somewhere else. That is called as e-migration. तो इन सब पैरामीटर्स का natality, mortality, immigration and e-migration इन सब का असर पड़ता है population growth पे. So this definition is again very important. The next concept for population growth. How are you going to determine this? Population density के 4 parameters. Increase होता है तो immigration, increase होता है तो natality, decrease होता है तो mortality, decrease होता है तो immigration. Okay, so if n is the population density at a time, then its density at a time p plus 1 will be what? P plus 1 will be NT plus B plus I minus D plus E. B plus I is what? Birth rate plus immigration minus death rate plus immigration. The population density increases if B plus I is more than D plus E. Otherwise, it will decrease. So you have to understand in this manner. Then next, under normal condition, birth and death are important factors influencing a population density. Now you know that immigration and immigration is playing a very important role under special conditions. For example, if people are colonizing a new habitat, एक जगह से निकल के दूसरी जगह पे जा रहे हैं, immigration may be more significant to population growth than birth rate because many people will be migrating at a time, immigrating at a time to a new area. Population growth and growth models. Now, what are the growth models? Exponential growth. Resources are essential for the unimpeded population growth. Day 0 to day 6, if you see here, exponential growth of paramecium. इसको हम बोलेंगे एक्सपोनेंशियल, यानी एक डे 1 में बहुत ही कम था और डे 6 तक बहुत बढ़ गया. सो यू विल से दैट इज एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ इन द पॉपुलेशन. नेक्स्ट, population growth curve. How you are going to determine this? If population size is equal to n, what will be the birth rate? Birth rate per capita birth is small d, death rate per capita death is small d. Then increase or decrease in n during a unit time period will be t dn by dt. You know, integration and then derivative by that method will be dn upon dt is equal to b minus d into n. So let b minus db is equal to r. So आपको क्या मिलेगा? dn by dt is equal to rn. So this you have to remember how you are going to calculate the population growth. तो दिस कर्व, पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ कर्व जिसे सिग्मॉइड कर्व बोलते हैं, वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. इफ इट इज़ एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ देन इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज जे शेप कर्व. लॉजिस्टिक ग्रोथ अगर है तो इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज सिग्मॉइड कर्व. This population growth diagram is again very important. Then R, what is intrinsic rate of natural increase? is an important parameter for assessing the impact of biotic and abiotic population factor on the population growth. Okay, R intrinsic factor, internal factor क्या है, ये कैसे influence करेगा. अगर internal factor influence करता है यहाँ पे कोई भी abiotic और abiotic factor, then you will say that exponential growth J shape बनेगा and logistic growth sigmoid curve बनेगा. देखो यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल के साथ दिया है, नॉर्वे रैट, फ्लोर बीटल, ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन इन इंडिया के आर वैल्यू दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे. इंटीग्रल फॉर्म ऑफ द एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ इक्वेशन, ये इक्वेशन हमें याद करना है जहाँ पे एन टी क्या है, एन जीरो क्या है, आर क्या है. एन टी इज पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी आफ्टर टाइम टी, पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी एट टाइम जीरो यानी इनिशियल इंस्ट्रिंसिक रेट ऑफ नेचुरल इंक्रीज. E will be the base of natural logarithm. That value is being given here, 2.71828. Okay, logistic growth क्या है? There is no population in nature having unlimited growth for exponential growth. This leads to competition among the individual for limited resources. Eventually, the fittest individuals survive and reproduce. एक्सपोनेंशियल में क्या है कि सबको इक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ फूड मिलेगा एंड इट विल गो ऑन इंक्रीजिंग. लेकिन लॉजिस्टिक में कंपटीशन है, जिसको फूड मिलेगा, जिसमें जिसे रिसोर्सेज मिलेंगे वो जिंदा रहेगा, जिसे नहीं मिलेंगे दे विल पेरिश. In nature, a given habitat has enough resources to support a maximum possible number beyond which no further growth is possible. उसे बोला जाता है carrying capacity. तो carrying capacity of a particular habitat is fixed. अभी यहाँ पे देखो, a population is with limited resources will be showing lag phase, phases of acceleration and deceleration. यानी जब बहुत ज़्यादा resources available है, it is called lag phase. Then acceleration means a little bit increase, और जब कुछ भी available नहीं होगा it will disintegrate. It and finally an asymptote. This type of population growth is called as Warhol-Pearl logistic growth. This diagram is again very important. एंड ये इक्वेशन भी हमें याद रखना है, डी एन बाई डी टी इज इक्वल टू आर एन के माइनस एन अपॉन के. के क्या होता है, के इज द कैरिंग कैपेसिटी. सो इट इज सेड दैट दिस मॉडल, लॉजिस्टिक ग्रोथ मॉडल, इज मोर रियलिस्टिक वन. नाउ लाइफ हिस्ट्री वेरिएशंस. Now, according to Darwin, we all know that all organisms show different variation. Some organisms breed only once in their lifetime, like that of salmon fish or bamboo, while others breed many a times, most of the birds and the mammals. Some produce a large number of small-sized offspring, like oyster or pelagic fishes. Some produce a small number but large-sized offspring, like birds and the mammals. You can take many examples over here. So there is a history state of organisms have evolved during the limited abiotic and biotic components of habitat. Population interactions पढ़ेंगे, which is a very very important concept. It is the interaction of the organism within themselves. इसमें कौन कौन सा आता है, mutualism यानी both are benefited, competition यानी both will be harmed, predation means one will be benefited, other is harmed, parasitism is again one is benefited, other is harmed, commensalism is one is benefited but other is unaffected, amensalism one is harmed and the other is unaffected. In predation, parasitism and commensalism, the interactive species live closely together because they are dependent on each other. Population interactions, one is predators. Herbivores feed on carnivores, इसको बोलते हैं predation. In a broad ecological context, all carnivores, herbivores, etc. are predators. About 25% insects are phytophagous. Insects are phytophagous. Phytophagous means what? They feed on the plants. If a predator overexploits its prey, then the prey might become extinct. It results in the extinction of the predator. Therefore, predators in the nature are prudent. अगर उनका prey खत्म हो गया, means उनका खाना खत्म हो गया, then the predators themselves will also extinct. Then predation importance क्यों है? What is the importance? They control the prey population. अगर predators ही नहीं है तो prey का population increase होते जाएगा. For example, the prickly pear cactus, introduced into Australia in 1920s, caused havoc by spreading. अगर ये कैक्टस को खाने वाला कोई रहेगा ही नहीं, कैक्टस फीडिंग प्रिडेटर जो मौत है, अगर वो नहीं होता तो ये कैक्टस का पॉपुलेशन बढ़ते ही जाता। इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ द प्रिडेटर्स में दूसरा एक और चीज आता है, दैट इज बायोलॉजिकल कंट्रोल। दे आर बेस्ड ऑन द एबिलिटी ऑफ द प्रिडेटर टू रेगुलेट द प्रे पॉपुलेशन। Here you can see, for example, a starfish physaster is a predator in the rocky intertidal communities of the American Pacific coast. यहाँ पे आपको क्या दिखेगा? All the starfishes were removed from an enclosed intertidal area. More than 10 species of invertebrates become extinct within a year due to interspecific competition. अपने- Among themselves, a competition was seen. Differences of prey species to lessen impact of predation. यहाँ पे देखो, Camouflage frog, leaf insect, monarch butterfly. The monarch butterfly is highly distasteful to the predator due to special chemical in its body. This chemical is acquired during its caterpillar stage by feeding on a poisonous weed. ये क्या डिफरेंस मैकेनिज्म है प्रे के लिए? Some insects and the frog are camouflage. Means what? They change their colors. Some are poisonous. So is in this way they what they do is they prevent themselves from predators. तो ये examples हमें याद रखने हैं. Defenses of prey species to lessen impact of predation. कुछ plants में हमें thorns दिखते हैं, acacia, cactus, citrus में. It also prevents them from feeding. Many plants produce chemicals that make the herbivore sick, inhibit feeding or digestion, disrupt its reproduction or kill it. Like Calotropis, a weed growing in an abandoned field, produce poisonous cardiac glycosides. Therefore, cattle and goat do not eat it. Nicotine, caffeine, quinine, opium, etc. Differences again grazers and browsers. ये examples हमें याद रखने हैं. Then is competition. Competition is what? Where both are harmed. फिटनेस ऑफ वन स्पीशीज विल ओवरपावर द अदर, यानी दो स्पीशीज में कंपटीशन रहेगा. इट विल बी इंट्रा स्पेसिफिक या इंटर स्पेसिफिक. इंटर स्पेसिफिक विल बी व्हाट विद इन, एंड इंट्रा विल बी विद इन डिफरेंट स्पीशीज. Unrelated species can compete for the resources. Flamingos and fishes, they both compete for zooplanktons. Even you can see a different species of zebra या फिर tiger, jackal and all. Their prey is the same. उनके खाने का material एक ही है, so they fight for it. Interference competition. The feeding efficiency of one species is reduced due to interfering and inhibitory presence of the other species, even if resources are abundant. फिर कंपटीशन में एक और एग्जांपल यू कैन टेक. एबिंगडन टॉर्टॉइस इन द गैलापागोस आइलैंड बिकेम एक्सटिंक्ट विद इन अ डिकेड. क्यों? आफ्टर goats were introduced on the island due to greater browsing efficiency of the goats. Then competitive release. A species restricted to a particular area expands its distributional range when the competing species is experimentally removed. यानी क्या कि वो जगह पे जगह छोड़ के निकल जाते हैं. You can take 2-3 examples for this. Gauss competitive exclusion principle. ये देखो, two closely related species competing for the same resources cannot coexist indefinitely, and competitively inferior one will be eliminated eventually. जो inferior होता है वो eliminate हो जाएगा, जिससे सब resources मिलेंगे वो जिंदा रहेगा. यहाँ पे the competition is here between the small yellow bird and the large red species. Red dominates in the middle and the yellow will perish. Species facing competition में evolve mechanism that promote coexistence. कभी कभी resources को बांटा जाता है एक दूसरे में, so both will be benefited. Gauss competitive exclusion principle. See, MacArthur showed that 5 closely related species of warblers, ये जो birds है, living on the same tree were able to avoid competition and coexist due to behavioral differences in their foraging activities. उनके खाने का टाइम, फीडिंग हैबिट्स इज डिफरेंट, इसलिए वो क्या है कि अलग अलग टाइम पे खाते हैं, सो द फूड विल बी इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. पॉपुलेशन इंटरेक्शंस में नेक्स्ट है पैरासाइटिज्म. पैरासाइटिज्म में वन विल बी बेनिफिटेड, अदर विल बी हार्म्ड. ओके, हियर यू कैन टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ कैटरपिलर. Caterpillar wasp larvae emerged from a caterpillar tomato horn worm. Many parasites are host specific. If the host evolves special mechanism against the parasite has to evolve mechanism to counteract them. in order to be successful with the same host species. Okay, एक दूसरे के साथ adjust करते हैं वो. Suckers you can see in the lamprey and the leech. Lamprey is a fish which lives on the body of shark and all, and leeches they attach themselves to the body of the animals. तो ये adaptation है उनमें to act as a parasite. Then parasitism में human liver fluke भी आता है. Liver fluke depends on two intermediate hosts, एक snail और दूसरा fish होता है. Malarial parasite इसमें भी adaptations होते हैं to enter into mosquito and also in the humans. Here is examples you have to know. फिर parasitism में next आता है, you can see here, cone pods, sea lice attached to an eye of a flounder. See, it is attached to the eye of a growth flounder. Cuscuta, it is again a parasite. Human lice, it attaches them to the scalp or the hair of the human. Ectoparasite means living outside. Lice hai, ticks hai. Endoparasite means what? They'll be living inside. Endo में liver fluke है, tapeworm है, ascaris है. They all are endoparasites, living inside the body of other animals. तो ये पूरा आपको याद रखना है, बाय हार्ट करना है, ecto and endoparasites. Then parasitism में brood parasitism आता है. Brood means what? Like we know certain birds they go and live in the nest of the other birds. दूसरों ने बनाए हुए नेस्ट के अंदर जाके वो रहते हैं, अपने जो एग्स है वहाँ वो उसे भी वहाँ पे ही डालते हैं. Eggs of the parasitic bird have evolved to resemble the host egg size in color and to reduce the chances of the host bird detecting the foreign eggs, ejecting them from the nest. है ना, cuckoo के nest में crow goes and puts the eggs. It is also one of the example of brood parasitism. Cuckoo and a crow. Commensalism is what? Both will be benefited. We know that the orchid goes on the mango tree. जहाँ पे मैंगो ट्री और ऑर्किड दोनों को भी कुछ हार्म नहीं है. ऑर्किड को रहने के लिए जगह मिलती है बट मैंगो ट्री इज नेवर हार्म. बार्नेकल्स ऑन द वेल, वेल फिश के बॉडी के ऊपर बार्नेकल्स होते हैं, तो बार्नेकल्स गेट शेल्टर बट वेल इज नॉट हार्म्ड एनीवेयर. एरगेट एंड द कैटल, कैटल के ऊपर एरगेट बर्ड्स बैठते हैं. ओके, बिकॉज दे कैन नॉट फ्लाई टू अ लार्ज डिस्टेंस. तो यहाँ पे आपको दिखता है कि कैटल इज नॉट हार्म. सी एनिमोन एंड अ क्लॉन फिश, सी एनिमोन के ऊपर क्लॉन फिश होता है. सी और एनिमोन इज नॉट हार्म्ड एनीवेयर. Okay, this is an example for commensalism. Mutualism means what? Both will be benefited. You know lichens. Lichens is a mutualistic relationship between algae and the fungi. जहाँ पे algae is photosynthesizing, that is it provides a food, and fungus provides shelter. Mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae किसे बोलते हैं? Fungi को. The fungi help the plant in absorption of the nutrients from the soil, while the plant provides the fungi with the carbohydrates. So both are benefited. तो एग्जाम्पल्स याद रखने हैं. म्यूचुअलिज्म में एनिमल्स के एग्जाम्पल्स भी हम ले सकते हैं. फिग ट्री एंड द वास्प, ऑर्किड एंड द बी. दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल्स फॉर म्यूचुअलिज्म वेयर बोथ आर बेनिफिटेड. तो ये एग्जाम्पल्स बाय हार्ट करोगे. Sexual disease or the orphis, you can see this taken as an example for mutualism. Okay, so these are different topics from this chapter, and the questions as such I told you earlier will be asked on the objective base. So assignment questions will be given based on this chapter, and you have to solve the questions going through these videos. All the answers are properly given over here. You can refer the textbooks for the assignment and so on. Okay, thank you all of you.